Hey, what is everybody? It's Ventriloquist here, and today I'm bringing you a video about why Black Ops 3 is the absolute worst Call of Duty of all time. Now, when you're watching this video, you might as well just click it on, go to Twitter, Facebook, whatever you do. I don't know, because last time I did a Call of Duty rant on Call of Duty Ghost, it got over 30,000 views and tons of support, because obviously, if you played COD Ghost, you understand why a rant would get so much support. But for some reason, I got copyrighted by Activision with gameplay or something like that. So I'm just gonna leave it at a still image of Black Ops 3 or something. I don't know, something I'll come up with. But just please bear with me in this commentary because it's very important, especially if you're a Call of Duty fan and a fan of Battlefield. It don't matter. You'll agree with me in this aspect because you realize the faults of Call of Duty, and if you're a Call of Duty fan, it's fallen off extensively bad. It's been so far gone from its original concept that you can't even call it Call of Duty anymore. Now, I'm not going to say a top 10 reasons video like I did in the past, because you can't. There is past 10, unless I don't get sidetracked, but there's past 10 reasons. This game is not real. It is not a game. Now, I'm going to go through some problems right now that you'll understand. Okay, first off, the game in general, let's see, competitive. I'm a competitive player, and pubs, once you're a competitive player, pubs pretty easy, but I know some, competitive players that are just not really good at pubs for some reason. But I started out years back in pubs, and no, I'm not over 18 years old. No, I'm not some washed, No, I've been playing since Call of Duty 2. Obviously, Call of Duty 2 to until COD 4 came out. I was just, little at the time. I was playing it, Medal of Honor, Battlefield, stuff like that. Halo, especially, shouldn't leave that one out. But, and no, I'm not a Halo fanboy, because that's definitely fallen off. But, it's just, the game, before, Black Ops 2 was the last great game for pubs. You had just swarm dogs, it was just awesome. VSAT that actually worked, and you couldn't get shot out of the sky by people that go 6 and 40 and just sit and spawn up rockets, hinting Black Ops 3. It's just those games, you don't longer have that. Pubs for Ghost, granted, I got around 100 chem strikes in Ghost. It was one of the most excruciating experiences of all time. Granted, I got so many chems in that, and I was in one of the top pub stomping clans at the time, now Doom Clan. Brief stint before I even went to competitive in COD Ghost, which was around January, and I had a very successful career, if you will, in COD Ghost. AW, successful career. Black Ops 3, successful, but I have not played as many matches as I did with COD Ghost and AW. Granted, AW had his own set of problems. Really, with the IMR overkill shotgun, people boosting everywhere, dashing constantly. But I was very good at the game, but I just didn't. Once the IMR stuff came out, and that's, you might be asking yourself, where's this have build up? It does have build up. Trust me. Watch the video and you understand. See, you have the IMR. What types of players, like in Black Ops 3, loved the IMR? That didn't take long. The same players that have just better net, not really, because I have really good internet. Not, fiber, but just the fact that these developers know this. These the same players that don't even, some pros do it, but it's a majority that don't even go to LANs. They have no future in competitive. They just get an IMR, they get the M8, and just one burst constantly. And that's why there's lag compensation in the game regardless. You cannot have burst weapons. Ghost wasn't that bad. Yes, the Vector melted ranges. I mean, it melted, but it was not as noticeable as in this game. I get one burst in the foot, one burst when I'm already around a corner. When you have that, like, you don't understand that there's already lag compensation. There is already a delay between you and the other player. Now, combine that with getting one bursted. How does that make you feel? On a competitive standpoint, and on, like, just a overall, like, player standpoint. You just felt like you got cheated. Terribly bad. Now, this is a huge part of Black Ops 3. And because in AW, you had the battle and stuff like that, I was great with it. I mean, I can't really say nothing bad. Granted, some people were just absolute jokes with it, like Melt. But granted, it had the fire rate and stuff like that. But really, the IMR overkill shotgun didn't come out until June, July. That's when I really remember it started. You just see it every time, and it was just no at that point. But Black Ops 3, man, let's sit back and honestly take a look at the weapons. M8, 1 burst. Shiva, 2 bullet. LMGs, 2 bullet, no recoil. Insanely stupid. I mean, when I do play UMGs and wagers stuff like that now, I just use the Gorgon. Because I can't use an M8. I get 1 bursted. It takes me 2 to 3 bursts. And people just try to say, like, they actually believe that, oh, you're just not hitting your shots. I know how to shoot my weapon straight. But people will actually think it's not internet. It's nothing to do with internet. People actually believe that. It's like people that actually believe that, there's man dogs. Like, the myth of the man dog. Like, people actually, like, they're, you know what I mean? That's a problem because, not only in denial about it, you're actually contributing to the problem of developers not even seeing this as a problem. This has to be, out there. But like I was saying, I'm using the Gorgon because I can't use the M8 in 1 burst. And now I just, 2 to 3 bullet with it. No recoil. Granted, the lag is what it is, and if you just miss 1 or 2 shots with it because it's the slow fire rate with the Gorgon, but I mean, hey, at least sometimes I can just melt, and because I'm almost getting 2 to 3 pieces with it. But I'm kind of taking a break from, even doing competitive in this game because it makes me want to vomit when I play it. There's absolutely just people just jump, like, well, I'll get in that later on. I almost get sidetracked. When I do these rants like I've done before, I almost get sidetracked a lot because I have so much pent-up anger with all these flaws that are so basic day one issues. Not even day one, just day one of development. Hey, I mean, if I was development, I would not, a developer of this, I would not even have thought of these retardation exploitations, of the game. Like, that as a Call of Duty fan, it's going to happen if you put these, incorporate these, stupidity, or this, oh my gosh, this stupid amount of BS in the game. But like I was saying, the LMGs, you have the XR2, the Shiva, the Man of War, you got the M8, you got, the ICR now, or the HVK or whatever which one just got buffed. I think it was the HVK, yeah. And you got the RK5. I mean, the snipes. I mean, well, granted, I already just use the snipe because now majority of people play without overkill, like I do. Because it's already annoying enough to get 1 bursted, but player just 1 bursting and then having a 1-shot weapon, So, I mean, granted, you have to really be able, to just be used to it. I mean, but that's with any gun. You have to be used to it because, you gotta have thumbs. But yeah, man, like, just getting your head around that. That's, like, COD Ghost, what did you really see? You really just saw the Honey Badger as sort of a meta at first because of how good it was in pubs. And then, but you really, transitioned to seeing the Vector, the Remington, one of the LMGs with the thermal. That was a meta at one point. But you know what I mean. It came down to really the two guns, the USR L16, but that's it. It was just basically a few guns. You got a Shiva that can have high caliber if you protect it in competitive, and then you just get one-shot headshots. But screw the one-shot headshots. You can get 2-bullet kills. Like, that's actually in the game. Do you understand how stupid that is? You were seriously allowed to 1 to 2 bullet. That's actually in the game, folks. That's actually in the game. LMGs, the fact that you can get one bursted. Like, I swear, I've never played a Call of Duty where I feel like I'm playing hardcore and not core. Pubs, joked, instantly melted. Like, you feel like you're playing hardcore. There is no, like, people jumping around constantly, people going 6 and 50, getting freaking free streaks, and that's another huge part of why the game is absolute trash. But like I was saying, those other handful of weapons I just, previously said, that's a huge problem of competitive. Not only is the wall running and exploitations of the map constantly, because they still do exist. A lot of people think they're patched. There's a lot still people don't even know about that I just doing the other day. I was going to do a video about. I was like, nah, maybe I should not do this. There's still a handful of exploits. People jumping under the map and wall running. It's so unpredictable. People, like, you could pre-aim at the bottom of a tree because you're like, maybe he's going to jump around here. Maybe he's going to wall run. But, dude jumps 20 feet in the air and you're just basically auto-aimed and you're dead. Like, there's competitive. I would say, like, no, set of egos aside. Like, just overall, my UMG record, my UMG rank, my GB rank at the time, I don't use GB now. It's kind of gone, but UMG, I'm an 8K now, but there's a recent update that just came out because I haven't been playing much and it lifts me up to 8K. So, but I mean, still, I came into Black Ops 3 as a 4K. I took a lot of big breaks going to Halo 5 for a few months, tried out. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, my overall actual rank is a 4 to 5K. So I put in the time. AW, same situation. I got top page 2 to 3 times, 2 times in COD Ghost, and I think one time, I'm pretty sure it was one time, if not second page. I got second, this is the highest I've got second page in Black Ops 3, but one time in AW, if that matters to certain people, that's going to say, oh, how really, where's your, background. But yeah, that's competitive. The overall randomness, not even handful. Wow, almost just messed up. 3 handfuls of weapons that are just complete jokes, along with the crappy servers, man, and the connection. Because if you're really a different coast, you really will get penalized for it. That's why I hope the next Call of Duty, if not, it's probably going to be trash, so I'm going to go COD 4, actual real game that's actually competitive, and you have to actually pre-aim stuff, and you can't just zoom out, of a doorway without getting, discipline. So you can't just boost out and jump 20 feet in the air. You're actually having to be cautious, check your corners. You can't go wall running out of the map and underneath the map and stuff like that, swimming. So yeah. But, why that was relevant, why I just mentioned that, because COD 4 is apparently going to have dedicated servers. Wow. Do you understand? If you played Halo 5, you would understand that dedicated servers are a must-have. And you don't really notice that. You don't really say in Halo 5, oh, I just got joked. You don't say that. Like, it's not really, like, apparent and, relevant, in your face like Call of Duty is. Because it don't matter. I swear, just watch CLG scrims. Just watch the different coasts. Like, they're scrimming teams constantly. It doesn't matter. Overall game lag because their patches are completely sad, 343 in that matter. But, man, next Call of Duty, if it doesn't even have dedicated servers, you might as well just say COD's done. Because this, whole one burst thing, instant melt thing has to stop. But new COD 4, dedicated servers, maybe you won't get bursted by M16 like the old days. So, but that being said, that's competitive. Now, if you're the pub player, if you're the one like where I started from, getting nuclear, stuff like that, 100 pluses, 200 pluses, here it is. And here's the shocking part that you're probably going to be like, oh, wow. Okay, Black Ops 2, I had 20 days played. This game, 1 day played. I think I'm closing it on 2 days because I've been trying to play a lot lately to get, used to, I've been doing very good. But, I'm trying to get used to that just groove again. I don't think I'll ever forget it, but I'm just trying to get used to up to COD 4. And I'm probably just, I just want to get Dark Matter. I'm close to it. Might as well just go for that and then just hook up my 360 to my monitor and just play COD 4 for the rest. Of the remainder of a few months left. But, 1 or 2 days, man. You know why that is? But I have tons of nuclears in Black Ops 2. I was grinding with the top pub stomping clans at the time. Over 100, big pub stomping, I was playing with them for days. But, playing with a few friends and multi-team, just getting nuclears all the time. It was just so easy. Get a VSAT, and just that's basically it. Non-lethal is what we used to call it. And, you couldn't, this game, I have not got one nuclear, man. Every time I've gotten so close, it's by that one dude that has a 6 and 38, 6 and 50, 2 and 20, 12 and 14, regardless, man. It's just, they get free over stupid power streaks. You know what I mean? And it's always that Hulk smash, gravity spikes. It's always the Tempest. It's always the one-shot Destiny pistol. Why I didn't buy the game, because when I played Destiny during the beta, I was loving the game, absolutely loving it, but when I got one-shotted, by across map with that flaming pistol, whatever you call it, I immediately said, nope, not getting it, because it's going to just walk around the map 3,000 miles like COD Ghost and just get one-bulleted, you know what I mean? Or just being across map in general. The fact that it's even in the game, because it's a lot of these specialist abilities are from Destiny, because when you saw before Black Ops 3 came out, David Vonderhaar, tweeting about Destiny a lot and stuff like that, from what I remember. And we got to get past this, man. When I was playing Call of Duty back in the day, still, but recent 2 titles basically get rewarded for your terribleness. You had to play. It's either you were not good at the game. Granted, you had basically auto aim, still aim assist. You had to adapt or go to Battlefield, Halo, Gears of War, whatever. Granted, I'm pretty nice at all of them because I grew up playing it. And grew up playing it. Oh, he's being egotistical. No, I grew up playing it in its prime. Those titles. Because you had to either be good at it, put the time in, or you just weren't. You just weren't good. But this game, man, you can go 6 and 38 above that, and you can get a free streak. I can't tell you how many times I've been 1 or 2 off, 5 off, you know what I mean? And just, a dude panics. It's like being panic knifed, but in a greater degree. You got Commando Pro in the game. You got, I'm about to die. Let me just go back in time free specialist in the game. Oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. Let me just heat wave. 1,000 stuns, or stuns times 1,000. You know what I mean? You got one-shot weapons. You got instant melt scythe. You got clones, shadow clone jutsu. I mean, you got shotting gun. Like, you have two things from Naruto. You can see the people through walls. That's incompetitive. Like, that's actually incompetitive. Wrap your head around that, man. I swear I could go Joe Rogan with this. Joe Rogan experience with this. I swear I could do a podcast about this, man. Like, like when Joe Rogan, if you're a fan of his, like, you know those moments when he's talking about, like, people believe in the dog man? Like, that's where all the situation is, man. I've never been so much more in-depth and more passionate about a COD rant. Granted, my ones in the past got tons of success. Man, I'm just so into it right now. And I got a lot of fans from it, and I appreciate the ones that are still subscribed to me to this day, because I know I've been lackluster about it, but got new titles coming up, and you got actual things to actually make videos about. And, you know, boy, oh boy, man. Jeez. Like, when you have the VSAT, you think you're great, right? That's not the case. Set aside from getting heat wave, you know, have to worry about clones, you gotta worry about, you know, getting the kid going glitch, you know what I mean? All of these problems, right? Like, all of these, you know, spoon-fed streaks for each streaks, right? Spoon-fed, that's what it is. When you have a VSAT out, that's how it used to be back in the day for Black Ops 2. You know, back in the day, you know. You thought, well, back in the day, because Black Ops 1, I remember I used to get that. I used to go on tears when I had the Blackbird. You know what I mean? You didn't have to worry about people jumping in the air, making it awkward, and people shooting it out the sky, and having a weird delay sequence between each, you know, scan of the VSAT. This game is just terrible, man. I've had VSATs out, and it just showed someone there, and it would just stop, and then it would be refresh, and I'd be, you know, two people just already swarming me, and, you know, because people realize there's a Blackbird and they're already on high alert. But people can just shoot it out of the sky, you know, the ones with, you know, running around with rockets, you know, going 6 and 50. You know what I mean? This game is the epitome of garbage. It is the absolute worst Call of Duty ever. Like, game, FPS ever. There is no worse than this. Halo 4 is better than this game. You're spoon-fed. That right away should, whatever you have to say, right? Whatever you have to say, it does not matter. If you're trying to defend it, that is. You cannot defend the game unless you're one of those that just love, hey, free streaks, jumping around like recklessly, randomly, with almost no expectation of skill. You're just running around, one bursting. Unless you're that person cashing out in the game, just one bursting, joking people, but never going to land in your life, you know, never, not being a negative sense of your life, but I'm just saying, like, you're, what I mean by that is, you've never gone to that, like, hey, how good am I really offline? You know what I mean? You know, but hey, you're doing your thing. You know, that you're doing your thing. You have the internet, do your thing. It's an exploit in the game. Might as well do it. Props to you guys. But, man, I just can't believe that this is where COD's gone. Thank you for COD 4. Granted, they're just giving us 10 maps, and they're probably going to give us, you know, make us pay $30 extra for a game that's been in hack mode for the last 10 years, and nobody, you know, they don't give a crap. But they want to charge us $30 extra for a game that's already been out, yet it's been hacked, and they don't care to fix it at all. But yeah, charge us $30 extra for, and plus the $60 for, you know, with taxes, obviously, for a game that we know is going to be terrible, and stop this rhetoric, you know, oh, we got to make sure that we see dude, I've been right every year. You don't have to see Well, I've been right off the campaigns. The campaigns alone have been right. You do not need it by now, man. It's futuristic. There's space. There's zero gravity. There's jumping. There's Black Ops 3 all over again. Stop. Like, you know this is going to be the way it's going to be trashed. You know this is. And this is the last video I will do about this particular rant, because I've done one for Black Ops 2. I don't think I did one for AW. I believe I didn't do one because it was so terrible. Plus I was so, prioritized on doing competitive, but set aside, the pubs, the game was just terrible. You know what I mean? It's random. Jumping. Out of nowhere. You no longer can pre-aim a doorway without expecting somebody just to come out the top of it, the side of it, underneath it, you know what I mean, through it, whatever. Like, there is no setting up. It's not CSGO type anymore to where you have to pre-aim your corners. You can just jump out and just start spraying people with Vespers and stuff. This is a problem, guys. I mean, I'm getting COD 4. Sucks I'm going to have to get a new Call of Duty, but at least I'm going to try it, and I'll give you an actual opinion on it. So, subscribe, like the video, share the video, add it at developers. But if you don't, come back, and I'll guarantee you that I was right, and just at least come back and see my review on the next Call of Duty title. COD 4, obviously we won't have to do, because we all know how great it was, but hey, it's the new studio. Like Vince Zampella, the old CEO or whatever, the dude at Infinity Ward, the old Infinity Ward, basically told him that to don't F it up. I don't cuss in my videos. Got a copyright strike before, or a violation before, just for doing it. So none of my videos don't ever doing it. I'm not ever doing it. So just in case you wonder about that, but that's what he said. To not F it up. Because that's a game that's iconic, that's iconic, that started the whole COD movement. Now, this is the longest video I believe I've ever done on my channel. And I appreciate you true fans and true, go-getters out there for the COD community, man. I appreciate you guys still staying around. Still, if any of my fans, came back, I appreciate it wholeheartedly. I'm humble. I'm humbled by it. And I hope you subscribe. I hope you really like the way I approach this. I'm not paid by Activision. I'm not getting exclusive flights like Team Art, Drifter, Chaos Silencer. You don't see people like us that tell like how COD like it is. Like you have that one dude, Merc Music, I believe. Like you have 402 Thunder, El Presador. JD, you have so many COD YouTubers, way bigger than me, that expose the game. Been doing it forever, but they don't get exposed to flights, they don't get none of that, because it's always Team Art and stuff where, hey guys, Team Art here, this game is so fabulous, even though thousands, if not millions of people, like, the new COD, is, it's not like these people are just, counting the game out already because it's absolute trash, like, Ghost, W, Black Ops 3. But hey, guys, it's so awesome, even though I'm probably getting paid, like we get free COD points, even though I was a brief stint, but, it's an example. We don't matter. Our opinion goes out the window. The developers don't care about true competitive, none of that, because they're worse than the bots. Have you seen them play on the live stream? Honestly, have you seen them play? I mean, it sucks the way that it is, but hopefully Infinity Ward can clutch up, give us a great Call of Duty. Now, with that being said, I appreciate it if you guys are so awesome if you stuck around this long, and I hope you subscribe, like, share, at developers, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, whatever, David Von Haar, Alex Conserva. But I thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace and butt grease. I'm out.